Michael, so obviously we've all finally seen the whole series, the whole show. I would say your fight was probably fight of the series until the last fight. Looking back on that fight, getting to see it on video, how were you able to just overcome that onslaught and then go ahead and get that win? What was going through your mind while it was going through, and did you always have the confidence that this wasn't going to end the fight and you were going to get that finish?
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff going through my mind. I had a very never say die attitude. I was just like, don't give up, keep moving, and just look for a way out. Look for a way out of this position. Look for a way out. Maybe I could pull guard, get a single leg, put his back against the fence, something, and I was able to find something after about a minute and a half of getting beat up.
Yeah. Did you feel like you were always conscious and that you were good to continue throughout all of that, or was there a point where you felt like maybe you were about to go? Or?
Yeah, he hit me a few times. He hit me once underneath my armpit, knocked my mouthpiece out, and I remember, getting hit even to this day. So, whenever the guy's on you like that, wailing away, you don't want to be there. So I was always, I was basically just trying to protect my face because I didn't want to get put to sleep. So I was, giving up my body a little bit, just trying to keep moving and look for a way out.
Obviously, you had the loss earlier on, and then the show that portrayed you as kind of slipping as far as the training. But then here you go, and you win that fight. Where, they don't really show, where was that switch in your training to get yourself back in the mode of, hey, I'm in this show, I got to be ready? Was there a trick, or did they make too much out of it in the show?
It was kind of like a gradual process. Maybe like the first week after my fight, I was kind of, just not doing the things I should have been doing, and then after that, went to the gym for a week, and then I would say after that, I was able to click back in that mindset of, okay, now I got to go again. Let's get ready.
Yeah. How happy were you to get that other opportunity? Because otherwise, the only thing we would have known of you on the show would have been your loss and and the slippage. You got an opportunity to redeem yourself and to do it the way that you were. How grateful were you to get that second opportunity?
I was incredibly. I was not only grateful just to be on the show, but to get that second fight was everything for me. Because, like you say, if I didn't, it'd have been a shitty experience for me. So I'm just happy that my coaches still had faith in me, and that my team was supporting me all the way through, and I was able to get that win.
Right. How do you feel? We see this stuff on TV. You actually live it. How close do you feel the portrayal is of what actually happened? Especially your part in the show. How well do you feel they showed what you went through in the show?
I feel it was pretty accurate. Obviously they didn't get everything. They have to edit certain things to make it more exciting and more interesting to watch. But they showed everything that happened. Everything that happened obviously happened. So it was, for the most part, fairly accurate.
Okay. So you're going to be fighting Vicente. Seems like a great fight. You had that great fight with your teammate. What are you looking forward to in that fight, and what do you feel you need to do to get the victory?
He's a very good opponent. He's got a wide range of skill sets, and I think the keys for me is just to keep moving and keep the pace on him. I think I'm a better grappler. I think if I get on top of him, he's going to have a hard time getting me off. And that's it. I think he stands a little flat-footed, going to look to, move a little bit, cut the angles, and that's it. I think I have a definite strength in my wrestling, and I'm going to look to use that.
Okay. And obviously the show was built on the rivalry between you guys, your two gyms. Here you had the whole show to kind of get it out, fight each other. You guys win. They won more fights, whatever. Do you feel like the rivalry changed at all? Is it more fierce now? Is there more trash talk? Or what do you make of it after the whole show has been done?
I would say that the rivalry just kind of branched off into new generations. I'm a younger guy. That whole thing happened before I even got to American Top Team, and I didn't really know about the rivalry too much before the show. So I would just say that it made it, more intense, and like I said, it just made the rivalry between more people of the gyms, if anything.
Right. Do you feel now that there's actual like, hey, I want to fight this guy because I didn't like him in the show, and you know, that type of thing more?
Yeah, you know, like I said, me and Jason Jackson had a thing on Fox Sports 1, and that's a guy that I definitely want to look to fight again. I felt like, you know, on the show afterwards he was coming up and he was being real cool to me and buddy and this, and whenever we get in front of a camera he always seems to want to shit talk about me and talk about how I whip my ass and downplay my skills and my abilities, and you know, I don't know, maybe he just wants to get another shot, maybe he wants to get more TV time, and I'd be happy to go in there with him and give him what he wants, you know.
Do you feel that was his trust struggle? Did it surprise you? Because not only were they trash talking, but it seemed like they were always demeaning you guys. Even Hyder, who won all 3 of his fights, they were saying he's overrated. Wouldn't they have been better off just saying, hey, they were tough guys, we don't like them, but you know, the fact that they took that route to kind of demean you guys?
Yeah, of course, and that's part of the, yeah, you know, I mean, if losses happen in the sport, you know, my advice to be someone who loses is to suck it up, you know, recognize your weaknesses, go to the drawing board and try to get better. And with the way that those guys reacted, especially with Jason, I just feel like I'm getting poked, you know, like someone just walking right up in my face and just poking me, even after I beat him. It's like, dude, I beat you, and you're still talking shit, you know? And it's like, I'll be, like I said in the show, I'd love to fight him again, and I wouldn't try to, you know, be trickier, if anything. I'll tell him exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk right up to him, get in his face, take him down, put him on his back, and elbow him. Right. Plain and simple. I'll tell him that. Work on your wrestling, Jason. It's not going to work. I'll pick your ass up, put you on your back, and slam you. But, you know, that's in the future. I'm not looking past Vicente. I got a job to do Sunday, and I'm here to make not only a statement on Sunday, but to make a career for myself. Vicente is a very good fighter. I think he's better. I think he's one of the better fighters on Blackzilians. He's a younger guy, so he's constantly improving. I expect to fight a way better guy than we saw on the show, and I think I can still beat him. Like I said, my game plan, my bread and butter is ground and pound. I think I can wear on guys. I have good cardio, especially once I take guys down, and like I said, he's got a great skill set. I think he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got great Muay Thai. I'm gonna look, you know, I want to implement fakes. I don't want to run into a knee or anything, but I don't think he can stop me from taking him down. And like I said, once I get on top of him, I think he's going to have a hell of a time getting me off.
Okay. And, you know, I used to live in South Florida. I live here now. And one thing I wanted to ask you is, South Florida is a town that loves MMA. I used to watch the fights at Ale House, whatever. It used to be packed. It's a lot of Brazilians, a lot of people that love MMA, but they hardly ever get any fights as far as like UFC or even other MMA companies out there. Do you feel like maybe your rivalry can help bring some fights here, or why do you feel there's not more fights in South Florida?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't focus too much on the promotion side of it. I wouldn't know because, you know, there's so many fighters down there. There's so many different gyms.
Like, why isn't this in South Florida? You guys fight on Sunday, you know?
Good question. I'd have to talk to the UFC about that. I don't know.
Do you feel though, like you were just saying, there's this personal rivalries now between your crew and theirs? Do you feel like maybe those could be fights that could bring back some cards to South Florida, get some of you guys on another show?
Yeah, for sure. I also think people would be interested in seeing that, but I'm not a promoter. You know, I don't know. I don't really know that aspect of the game, so you'd have to talk to somebody that, you know, promotes fights or holds venues or something. You know.
Okay. And lastly, what message do you have for your fans who are going to be watching this video?
Just that you're going to see a whole new Mike Graves on Sunday. I've never worked harder for anything in my life. I think Vicente I respect him as a person, as a fighter. I think he's a great fighter, but I think I'm better. I think I'm more well-rounded, and I think I'm meaner. In every aspect, I just think I'm better. And I think people are going to be impressed on Sunday.
All right, thank you, Michael.